Hey Buns, so patch 5.3 is less than a week away. It will be here this upcoming Tuesday on August 11th. So I thought now would be the perfect time for me to let you know what stuff you need to get done now before patch day. And some things that will just make your life easier if you do them now instead of later. First of all, catch up on the story. Make sure that your little main story quest doodad on your UI says to be continued, so that on patch day you will have a new quest there. Related to the main story quest coming in 5.3 is the Crystal Tower raid. You must complete the Crystal Tower raid in order to do the main story quests that are coming. If you haven't started on your first quest yet, you need to go to Mordona and do the quest Legacy of Allag. That will get you started on the chain that's required. I'm pretty sure that quest makes you do some fates, which might take some time to pop, and obviously the raids themselves will take some time to queue for, and you're not going to be wanting to do that on patch day. So
do it! Do it! Come on! Do it now!
While we're on the subject of required raids, I should mention the Return to Ivalice raids. They are required for you to get started on your Shadowbringer's relic weapon, and the first stage of that is already in game right now. You can see my most beautiful branch since Freya Ul on my White Mage. That's my White Mage relic. The next stage of the relic will be added in patch 5.35, so not until a month and a half after 5.3 release. So this is lower priority, but the quests and the raids for Return to Ivalice take a while. If you haven't started on it at all, keep in mind you do need to have done Shadowbringer's main story quest. The starting quest for the Ivalice chain is called Dramatis Personae in Kugane. So you might put it off, I know, but it's worth at least slowly working on that now. And if you need some motivation, well, there's a good bit of Fran booty in the cutscene, so that might help. The other mandatory quest you will need for the main story is the side quest, My Little Chocobo. That is the quest that lets you mount up at level 20. Yes, this is a new requirement for the one guy who still doesn't have a mount by post Shadowbringer's story. I mean, honestly, I say let the man keep on running. He will stop when he gets tired. As for crafting, 5.3 will give us a new stage for Ishgard Restoration. We don't know yet what components will be needed, so if you try to stockpile stuff that you think you might need, it's going to be pretty hit or miss. I mean, it's going to be like trying to guess what you might need for the rest of 2020. Like, who knows? Geiger counter, silver bullets, maybe mosquito nets to protect us from the... what was it? The zombie bugs that are infested with the mind control fungi. Honestly, it's anyone's guess. But if you cap your Ishgard Restoration scripts before patch day, then you should be able to buy the new stuff from the vendor straight away. And then you can make a ton of money from people who've got to have that thing right now instead of waiting a couple weeks for the prices to go down. The Dwarf Beast Tribe is a crafting beast tribe, and you will need a level 70 plus crafter to access it, so get to that now. Get to leveling that now. Also, make sure that you are online and in-game before the time that Beast Tribe quests reset for you. This will depend on your server, but if you can do them before the reset and then again after the reset, it means that you will have your Beast Tribe mount one day before most people who didn't think to do that. 5.3 will give us the Unreal Trial fight. This time it's going to be Shiva, and Yoshida said that the Unreal Trials will be basically the boss synced up to us. So based on that information, it seems like the mechanics will probably not be very different, though we can't say for sure, obviously, until the patch day comes. But if you want to really prepare for that fight, you could maybe do Shiva synced now and get familiar with the mechanics, and it will probably be easier for you to adjust to the Unreal fight on patch day. Personally, I am not going to do that because for me, half the fun is some of the chaos of not knowing what to do and figuring it out on patch day, but that's up to you. You are going to want to run Copied Factory as much as you can, because the coin that you get from completing it, plus the new Near Raids coin, will be used to upgrade your Allegory Tombstone gear. I don't know why I did this, like, miming it. But you're going to want to collect as many Copied Factory coins as eye level 500 augmented Crystarium pieces that you want. So just to clarify that a little bit further, right now you can use your Allegory Tombstones to buy 490 Crystarium gear. If you want to upgrade that to augmented Crystarium gear, which is better, eye level 500, you need pieces from the Savage raids. You need like little twines or things like that that drop in the Savage raids. But as of 5.3, you will be able to use a copied factory coin and a coin from the new near raid, Puppet's Bunker, and then turn them in with your 490 Allegory Tombstone item to get that 500 Allegory piece. I know that whole system can be a little confusing, so I just wanted to make it as clear as possible for those of you who are new to it. When the new near raid comes out, the Puppet's Bunker, it's going to drop 490 item level items, but you will only be able to get one item from there per week. If you haven't unlocked the copied factory at all yet, you should do that now. First, you will need to have completed the Shadowbringers main story quest, and then go do the unlock quest called On the Threshold, available from the dig site chief in Kalusha. There is the new dungeon coming out, and if you're gonna want to run a lot of it for the minion, or maybe the new glamour that's being added, you could consider leveling up a healer or a tank for faster queues. I mean, that's always a good idea. One thing I like to do before a patch day is to gather as much MGP as I can from the Gold Saucer. To unlock Gold Saucer, you'll need to do the quest It Could Happen to You and Old Da. I think it's level 15 quest. So that means this weekend, make sure that you do your fashion report, maybe doing some of the challenge log entries for Gold Saucer, and just getting as much MGP as you can. Because while we don't know if any new items will be added to purchase with MGP, we also don't not know that. So, I mean, hey, I guess you could say it's a gamble. The Moonfire Fair Festival is going to start one day after the patch drops, so you might want to prepare battered fish for it. Usually that's been the fastest, easiest way to get tokens to buy stuff from the event. There's no guarantee that it will be battered fish this time, but I mean, it wouldn't hurt to make a stack of it. It's not too hard to make. I think it's level 5 culinarian recipe. So if you wanted to prepare for that now, well, I guess you could. Also, don't forget that the Moogle Tombstone event will be ending on the release of patch 5.3, so the next few days is your last opportunity to collect irregular tombstones of law, which you can trade in for mounts and various other goodies. You will still be able to exchange tombstones until the release of 5.4, but you won't be able to get any new tombstones of law after 5.3. So now's your last chance to pick up your Zervin bird and really skip Soar. You should also cap on sacks of nuts from doing the Shadowbringers hunts, because they will also be used to upgrade the Allegory Tombstone gear. Quick shout out to the Centurio Hunt Discord, which I use for pings about hunt trains and rare fates and stuff. Yes, I'm suggesting that you get your hands on as many nut sacks as you can, because Lord knows that's all we have to do until patch day. You might also want to consider just having some things around that might help you get through the story part. I don't know, like a box of tissues, a blanket, Scotch whiskey, Doritos. Well then, so those are my main suggestions for stuff that you need to prepare and try to work on and doing before the patch gets here in just a few short days. I hope this video is helpful to you, and if you liked it, please consider supporting the channel on Patreon or on Twitch. You can also support the channel for free by clicking the subscribe button or by sharing this video with your fellow Warriors of Darkness. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!